Well, what the heck? I'm not fully prepared to make this video, but I'm pretty stoked right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started right now. The song at number 16, another original tune of sorts. Got a little country picking too in the background, a little folk. It's almost kind of folksy in a way, but at number 16 on my fantasy playlist, May the 8th, 2022, Andrew Garfield with Vanessa Hudgens with Therapy, up 5 from 21 on my fantasy playlist. And this was another one I found on Spotify. It might have been on their what you call it, the top 50 U.S. viral songs or something like that. And threw it on my Spotify playlist, and this was a must for my pop playlist. Just something that's brash, original, fun to listen to, although it does belie sort of a more darker undercurrent. But here we go. The song is Therapy, and it's from the play or movie called Tick, Tick, Boom, which is directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, starring Andrew Garfield, Vanessa Hudgens. She plays Caressa, I believe, Karessa, and Alexandra Shipp plays Susan. And Jonathan and Susan, they're going out together. They're having an affair, but he's so preoccupied with his art. He wants to create a work of art, a song or play, and he's just kind of leaving her out of the picture. He's putting this first, and she's like at the bottom of the bucket list. And there's a huge, he really does care about her, at least the snippets that I've seen on this play. But on the other hand, he's definitely into this work, and she's frustrated, and they break up. It's kind of a sad affair. Now, you probably know more about this play than I do. I just saw snippets. I've just been listening to this record. Listen to this record. And the lyrics, this is, I read a description of this record, sort of a satire on therapy speak. Boy, is it ever. It is absolutely convoluted. It's as if they're being direct in some places, but they're also going in circles, as if kind of tiptoeing around each other a little bit before they go for the big kill or something. And it's a brilliant record. Saw a lot of praise on this record for Vanessa Hudgens, but I think both of them are good. I watched a video of this when they performed this on this movie. I'm thinking it's a movie, Tick, Tick, Boom. They both did fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Andrew Garfield, didn't know anything about him, never heard of him, or was just vaguely aware of him. But I did a little research on him. He's from he's from Los Angeles. He was born in Los Angeles. His mom is from England. He moved to England when he was 3 years old. When he was 19 years old, he attended the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, was in some stage plays, and he moved over to transition to TV. Sugar Rush, a teen series called Sugar Rush. He first appeared on there back in 2005. This would be in the UK. It was on Channel 4 in the UK, and then he appeared on a series or whatever of Doctor Who in 2005. Later on, boy, he hit it big when he got into the movies. He played Spider-Man in The Amazing Spider-Man in 2012, and he was also in the sequel to that, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that would be in 2014. Vanessa Hudgens, now I knew a little bit more about her. I remembered her from back in the day. She came out with some records, came out with some songs, and I came across one on my old fantasy playlist. I can't wait to share it with you in just a few minutes. She's a very fine singer, there's no doubt about it. She started going to musical theater when she was 8 years old, and she appeared, probably best known, she appeared in the High School Musical series back in 2006. That led to a deal with Hollywood Records. She put out a couple of albums. Her first album was Fee, and the second album, I wrote down the name of her second album somewhere, and I can't remember what it was. Identified, that was in 2008. The song off Identified that appeared on Billboard's Hot 100 was called Sneaker Nights. You might remember that if you go back that far. Gosh, can't believe it's been 14 years ago, 2008. but only got as high as number 88 on Billboard's Hot 100. But boy, oh boy, her first album, Fee, the song, her hit song off of that was called Baby Come Back to Me. It was sort of built around that song from 1978 by Player called Baby Come Back, which was a massive hit for them. And this was basically kind of in the same vein. A lot of people are going to be upset when I say this, and I'm not. I mean, I like all these artists. I like all the songs that these artists came up with. Lindsay Lohan, she came out with some songs. Miley Cyrus, and there was Brie Larson. Boy, she had a fine record back in 2005. And Vanessa Hudgens, kind of all together, sort of the teen thing, but that's fine, man. It wasn't one of the best records ever that she came out with, but it was still a fine, it was a danceable record, Baby Come Back, an R&B pop dance record, a pop dance record. Put it on my fancy playlist, that's right. Got an old fancy playlist, and guess what? Here it is right here, Vanessa Hudgens. Let's make a trip down memory lane, big time. Put it up to number 17 on my fancy playlist. Hopefully you can see it right there underneath Promise by Sierra. Note that Amy Winehouse is on this fancy playlist. Beyonce at number 1. Freddie LeGrand with, what was that thing called? Put Your Hands Up for Detroit. That was a British hit. I find some good dance music on here too. Got Snoop Dogg and Akon on here throwing down on some of that hip hop, and got that Vanessa Hudgens. She did a little rapping on the record as well. It was a good record. It was really, got it up to number 17. Vanessa, it was really excited. I dug through my fancy playlist thinking I might not be able to find anything by her, but I did, boy. Showed a little love for that record. Showing a lot of love for this song that she did with Andrew Garfield, and she was fantastic. They're both great on this record. And the thing about it is, on the surface of this record, is a classic example of something that's being glazed over with a pop sheen. It's a jubilant record on the surface. It's a breezy record where both of them are just trading lines and jabs at each other, but they're doing it sort of playfully. But it belies a theme of frustration, not being able to reach some kind of accommodation, that they're just different agendas that just cannot be reconciliated. And so there you go. Now, by the way, this play, Tick, Tick, Boom, is based on a true story about a fellow named Jonathan Larson. Back in 1990, his big goal was to create a work of art. He wanted to be successful, wanted to be famous, whether it's for a song or a play or whatever. He wanted to do it before he was 30 years old, based on that. And actually, he was successful by 35. By the time he was 35, he was best known for a Broadway play called Rent, which came out in 1996, but he passed away not too long after that. He was 35 years old when he passed away. And, oh boy, well, had a lot of fun listening to this record on Spotify. Just listened to it for weeks on Spotify. And I'm sure I haven't touched on all the facets of this play. I wasn't all that familiar with Tick, Tick, Boom until I did a little bit of research on it. But here's the formats for this record. I'd love to hear. I love these play songs. I love these Hollywood type things. They just have the ability to enrich the playlist. The big question on a song like this is, will the audience take to it? Or are they going to say, man, why the hell are you playing this? Why can't you play something, something more like Ariana Grande or Justin Bieber or Beyonce or whatever? Some people will say that, and hopefully there's a lot of people who have open minds about listening to a record like this being played on the radio, not just watching it on a play or in a movie. But anyway, the formats for this record was kind of hard to pinpoint it. And I'll admit it, I'm a little bit stumped. But I would probably put this on not alternative. I don't think the alternative audience probably would take too much to it. Adult alternative may be a possibility. That would be an outside possibility. That's an outlier possibility. The best possibility for this record might be adult contemporary because it is adult themed record. There's no doubt about that. And it's definitely easy on the ear. It's truthful. It's playfully done, but truthful, very truthful. Pop, well, you know, I know I've said this a million times. When in doubt about a record, go and you want to see how it does. Test it out. Do it at night, after 6 or 7 o'clock at night, or maybe sometime on the weekend or something. But anyway, with that said, got it up to number 16 on my pop playlist of May the 8th, 2022. This is a buzzworthy record. Let's buzz this one up. Let's see if we can make this song happen. Get it played on the radio. Dean Kirk, signing off. Take care.